Streaming has started and it gets recorded on YouTube, and those who are not able to attend today, I'll share the link here after this is over. Fine. So this is the diagram which we are interested to do, so I'll just save it. I've actually shared it on your WhatsApp as well. Take it from there directly. So go to your WhatsApp, and this is the diagram we are doing today. Let me just download it, open it here. Okay, and then minimize everything else, and this is the interface which we'll be using to create that diagram. So whether you're using the older version or the new version, you just have to go for new file, take part. Okay, so it'll take some time to open up the part interface, and once the interface opens up, you can start drawing the sketch. So as I told in the yesterday's class, in SolidEdge, before starting the sketch, what you have to do? You have to lock on to the plane. Fine. So as soon as you select any sketch command, all the planes will become visible. If the planes are still not visible after selecting, then you may have to go here and make them visible. Okay, so make them visible, select the command, and when the planes are visible, you just have to keep your cursor on one of the planes, whichever plane you want to draw on, and then here you will get a lock icon. A small lock icon will appear here. Fine. And when you get the lock icon, actually on the projector I am not the one who's working. If you want to see what I am doing, please join that link which I have shared on your WhatsApp. Now you are practicing it, no? No, you continue practicing, no problem. So everyone can join that link. Okay, I have shared this screen on that link. Fine. So Meet link, Google Meet link I have shared on your WhatsApp. Please join there if you want to see this. Okay. So okay, so I just have to hover my cursor, keep my cursor on one of the planes to get it highlighted. Once it's highlighted, the shortcut F3 is shown below the lock over there. So I just have to press the function key on my keyboard. Fine. So how to show you the keyboard? Okay, so keyboard is there here. On screen keyboard. That's right. Someone is joining the session. Let's see. Yeah, Rahul has joined. All right, so fine, function keys are not there. Fine. So above your keyboard at the top you will have the function keys. Fine. So in this on screen keyboard I cannot show it to you. Let's see if I will do it. Okay, fine. Let me see the keyboard. Alright, so in this keyboard image you can see at the top you have the function keys, so you have to press the F3 function over here. Right, so just hover your cursor here, press F3. As soon as you press F3, the plane gets locked. Okay, the plane will get locked, and now you just have to place it perpendicular to our vision. So just click here on the cube, it will become perpendicular, and now I can start drawing this sketch. Fine. So one by one I can start drawing the sketch. So okay, I can go here. Let's see if we have some option. Let us see all the ready-made options which are available. I'm trying to see if there is a slot available. Okay, so I think a slot is not available here. So let me start with the line. So at this point I'll take it as origin, and I'll have to draw this line to begin with, and then right, so this symmetric. Offset arc, width. Okay, so radius is there. Okay, fine. Let's see if I'm able to do this. Okay, so the slot option is very difficult to get in here, so we'll probably have to take a line. We'll just have to take a line and then use that line as a reference to create our slot. So two circles we'll have to create, then take equal constraint, apply on both the circles. Both the circles will become of equal length. Then I need a line. Okay, I'll need a line. Just click somewhere here and here, tangent. Fine. So the line is tangent to both the sides. Same way you can continue doing here. So I need tangent on this side also. So choose tangent constraint here and make it tangential. And I just have to trim it off. Trim this part, this and this. Okay, so now this is our slot. Let me just check whether it is functioning properly. So when I change the slot, it should change according to the constraints. That is one thing I have to ensure. Fine. So the next, let me just take offset, and offset distance is there here. Okay, how do I select this? Okay, so offset I have taken, but I don't need this dimension. Fine. So whatever dimensions you don't need, you can just delete them. And now let us see one by one what dimensions we need to apply. So this radius is 5 and 10. Let's go ahead and apply radius. Smart dimension. This is 5. This is 10. And then the width is 21. So let's go ahead and take this width, make it 21. So this slot is defined. This part is defined. Now let's define these two circles. Okay, so for circles I need two concentric. Concentric means circles with same center. So I'll just have to create this circles with same center over here somewhere. After creating it, you can just move it around. Fine. So let us give the radii again. Here diameters have been given. So let's give diameter 10 and 20. I need diameter here, so go for smart dimension, and yeah, diameter is coming here automatically, so that is 20, and then this diameter is 10, and then I need an arc here which is filleted. So I'll have to take an arc, tangent arc, start here on this line, tangent from this direction, and somewhere on this circle. Then I'll take tangent constraint, apply tangent constraint on both these. Now the distance of center point we need to define. So from here it is 25 above. Let me take smart dimension. From the center, from this line to this center, this distance is 25, and then horizontal distance, this first we are getting this circles, and then from that we have to take these circles. So let's first create those circles. Those are in the same line as this. So now let me create two circles here, give them the diameter 14 and 24. Smart dimension, 24 outside, 14 inside, and then the distance is given. So let's go take distance. Okay, so this point to this point. So what is that distance? That is 30. And then now from this to this, you just click on the circles, it will automatically choose the center point of the circle. Okay, so now these circles are defined, this circle is defined, and now we need to go for the next one. So next is this slot. So to create that slot, you can see the center of this point, this arc, center of this arc is here itself. So I'll have to go with the arc by center method. So I'll take center point of the arc here. I'll take center point of the arc here, starting somewhere, ending here. So center point, it needs to be concentric. So let us choose concentric option, select the arc and this circle. So now the center of this arc and center of these circles will be located here exactly at this point. Then I have to create the slot. So I'll start by creating 2 circles at these endpoints. Then I need 2 more arcs. So tangent, fine. So start here, tangent, and 1 more tangent this side as well, fine. And for these 2 arcs as well, I need the center point to be exactly here. So I'll need concentric option with this, fine. So now if you select a point and try to see how it's getting modified, fine, you can see the center point of these arcs is exactly here and it is getting modified correctly. Let's go ahead and trim these entities. Okay, it's not working. हाँ, क्लिक करे तो भी चले जा रहा. Okay, see, so clicking is not working. This is trim option. Also this is horizontal. Okay, trim is this side, huh? Yeah, this is where the trim is. Okay, so you can just click on the arcs, they will vanish. Now give the dimensions. Okay, so we know this point center is 30 from here, and it is located exactly at horizontal, right? So I'll need another line. Okay, let's start here, exactly on the center, and this line needs to be horizontal, fine. So let me take horizontal, vertical, horizontal, like here, and then this distance I need to define. So let me go for smart dimension here. That distance is 30. Okay, this distance is 30, and then we know the angle here. So I'll have to take another line, start at this end, end at the center of the circle. Let's take angle dimension between these 2 lines. Okay, make it 40. Okay, then we have radius of this circle as 6. Let's go ahead and take that radius. Okay, this radius has to be 6. And then we have some more offsets. Let's go ahead and take some offsets. These are the offsets. Let's select this. How much should be the offset? Okay, 11 minus 6, 5 is the offset. Let's give 5. And outside, just click it, leave it. Okay, but we don't want this dimension to exist. This dimension is not needed. We need to give the radius here. Okay, so let's go ahead, take smart dimension, give the radius as 11, enter. Now we need the fillet over here. So either you can go with fillet. I don't know whether it will work or not. Let us try anyway. Okay, so this here is the command for fillet. So choose the circle and choose this arc, and you can see I'm able to choose what fillet radius I want. So here in this box, radius is changing, so I just need to feed here as 10. So just feed 10, press enter, and probably click once. Fine. After giving the value, you just have to click here once, that will appear. But you can still see that the dimension has not been created. Fine. So dimension you'll have to separately create it after you're done with that. Okay. Now that this is done, next thing is we need another fillet over here. So okay, but that is a fillet with another circle. So I'll probably have to create another arc by center method. Is this point, start somewhere. Okay, take it like this. Now I need a fillet between these two. Fine. So go for fillet, select this and this. So once again we need to choose the radius. Radius is 10 here. Let's feed the radius 10, press enter and click once. So this arc, the inner arc, is not required. Let me just delete it, and I just need a line which is tangent on this side. Let me do a line here. This has to be tangential to the arc here. Okay, and then these two, arc and this line, they need to be tangential again. So choose tangential constraint, select this and the line. Okay, so all the dimensions which are given here in this diagram, we have applied them correctly. So just double check them whether all of them have appeared. So this 25 has appeared, 510 over 24, 14 is taken. This radius, okay, this radius is missing still. That has to be 20. So let's go ahead and give that dimension. So this dimension has to be 20. So now at this point we have applied all the constraints, all the dimensions properly, nothing is missing, and that completes our diagram. That completes. Sorry. Okay, so inner lines and all. So one thing we can do here is, for inner lines, they are not a part of the solid. Fine. So this line and this line, this line, this line, they are just construction lines. Fine, they are just construction lines. So they are not a part of the diagram. So what we can do for them is we can just select them. Usually every software has the construction geometry option. Let us see how to do that. Okay, here. So when you just select any object, this small dialog box will appear here with a set of commands. Fine. So in that you have the option to change it to construction. So just change it to construction, and as soon as you do that, you can see that the styling of the line has changed. Styling of the line has changed. Now it is no longer a solid line, it is just a phantom line. Fine, with one long dash, two small dashes. This convention means that it is a part of geometry, just a construction geometry. It will not take part in the formation of solids. Okay, so continue to do the same for all the parts which you don't want them to be solids. So select the object, then select the construction geometry, then finally select the object. Okay, it's not appearing over here. Okay, sometimes the selection becomes a little difficult, because now when I select, it is selecting the constraint instead of selecting the line. So how to do this? So I'll probably have to hide the constraints for some time temporarily. How to hide the constraints? Okay, this is going to take some time probably for us to figure it out. Let's go for sketch options and see if we have any option to turn off the visibility of constraints. Okay, no. Okay, you're right. So probably I have not done this before, so even I am trying to figure it out. Okay, recognizes. This is for recognition, not for visibility. Okay, so how to turn off visibility of constraints? That's what we are trying to do here. Let's see if something is available under view option. No, nothing under view as well. Let us try to select it with a box. Yeah, the line has got selected. Modify line type. Okay, line type is a different thing, I guess. What we actually need is to convert this into a construction line. And this is a line type. Line type, I think it will just modify the way it looks, but it will still be a solid line, or probably not. Okay, anyway, fine. So this seems to have worked. You just select the line using the box, and then from top here you can select whatever style you want to apply. Fine. So that is the one thing. And when you select the geometry, make sure you make this selection, make sure you do this selection, and let us measure the area for this. How to measure the area? Okay. Okay, it should give somewhere here in the status bar, but no, it's not giving it there as well. Inspect. Okay, we have the option over there called inspect. Let's go for measure. Okay, so what it is we want to measure the area. So do we have an option for area here? No. So I think the measure command works only on the length, probably. Let's come out of that. Let's see if you have an option for measuring the area, minimum distance, angle, element. Okay, probably properties is where we'll have to see. Surface area does exist, but this will act only on the on the solid object, I think. Okay. So as soon as we select a sketch surface, it's not selecting that. So this will work only on the solids or surfaces. So okay, geometry inspector. Okay, so geometry inspector will just find out if some constraint is broken or if the diagram is not closed at a particular end or something like that. Relationships, color. Okay, area option is present here, but it's inactive. I don't know why. Area option is present here, but it's not visible at the moment. Okay, let's go and try to see if something is possible over here. Okay, let's create a bounded surface. For bounded surface, we'll have to select all these edges. Can we just convert this into a surface? Fine, let's see if we can do this. Sketching is over. Surfacing. Where are the solid modeling options? Maximum workspace. Wow. So where are the extrude and other options? Okay, fine. So let's extrude that area by some length, let's say 2 or 5 something. Now probably that's inspect option should appear. Let's go back to inspect. Oh, fine. The area option is still inactive, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. So it might take us some time for us to figure out how exactly to do this. So this diagram, at least you should be able to do it today itself. Fine. Of course, some of you will argue that, sir, we can build this in steps instead of making the entire diagram as one entity. Yes, we can do that, but our aim for doing this particular diagram is to learn all the constraints, how to apply the constraints, how to apply the dimensions, so that a consistent diagram which we can use for making 3D objects can be arrived at. Fine. So that is our aim, and hence you should be able to complete this perfectly. Any doubts with what we have done just now? The only thing left is we were not able to inspect and find out the area. So this particular option here is not available. Maybe the option is available somewhere else. Maybe you are doing it something wrong. Let me try to see this. SolidEdge inspect area. In fact, in the exam there was a question which was asking us to measure the area after drawing this, but I never used SolidEdge. Even for passing the exam I used Onshape or some other software. I was able to just assemble it and feed in the values obtained from there. So I'll have to figure out how to do that over here. And anyway, I'll just try to find out somewhere else, and as soon as I get to know this, I'll let you know how to use it. So that's it. That's the work for today. We should be able to complete this diagram, and if you have any doubt, you can just ask me for it. I'll try to clear it. Maybe you can share the screen, those who are doing online. Those who are doing offline, I'll just go to them and clear the doubt over there. Okay. So I'm keeping my headphone aside. So those who are online, if you need any help, you might have to give me a missed call so that I can come back and clear your doubts. Okay. Okay. All right. See you then. Yes, ma'am. What issue? क्या स्टक हो रहा है? एक बार करो, देखेंगे. Yes, yes. Choose line command. It's not activated. Okay, is there any other dialog box in front of the window? Because so there could be two possibilities. One possibility is that some dialog box is there which is not visible, but still it exists. So till you remove that dialog box, it will not respond. Second problem may be that if your system is very slow, then it may not be working. Okay, so if the system is very slow, you'll have to be extremely slow. Okay, then it should be fine. It should be fine. I don't think there should be any problem in the in case you have SSD. How much RAM do you have? Okay, 4 GB is a bit too less, and you are using Windows 10 now. So that, yeah, yes, RAM is very low. Even 8 GB is too low from current standards, and you are using just 4 GB. Yeah, so try to get another system and install it over there, or try to improve your RAM. Okay. Or else one more option I can do is, if you are unable to get a system ready, I'll do one thing. I'll install on one or a few more systems here in the college, and you can install any disk on your system and access it from there. Okay, but it'll take some time. Okay, so maybe in 1 or 2 days I can make that arrangement. Okay, fine. So you try to fix it from your end. If it is not possible, then you let me know. I'll create another system and give you the access. Okay. Yes. Anytime you can do. Yeah, no problem. Okay, ma. Okay. So I'm putting the headphone aside, and if you have any doubt, just give me a missed call. I'll come back. Okay. Everything works on the basis of constraints. जब तक जरूरी नहीं होता तब तक बात करना बेटर। मैं YouTube का स्ट्रीमिंग लिंक भी आपको शेयर कर देता हूँ, तो अभी जो रिकॉर्ड हो गया, so you can watch it back. Yes, I have shared the YouTube link of today's session to your Gmail IDs. You can open it and check it out. Fine. So while opening the YouTube link, make sure you are signed in to the same account which you have, same Gmail ID which you have given to me. Fine. It will not open on any other IDs.